Hey, everybody, good evening. Want to kind of give you guys a little bit of an update, what we've got going on. I wasn't going to go live, but I thought, well, we'll go ahead and it's going to be a loud night, probably all night long. So I thought I would go ahead and give you guys an update, what we can expect. We'll take a look at tomorrow. And then again on Friday, which I do believe is going to be our biggest threat is going to be coming in on Friday, but we also have a chance to see some strong storms again tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow night. Tonight, storms are all elevated, and what I mean elevated, we don't have any surface-based storms, meaning that these storms are firing up along the cold front. That's nearly stationary right now and behind the cold front. So these things are not surface based. We don't have to worry about any kind of tornado threat or anything tonight. The biggest threat that we are going to see tonight is going to be potential of some small hail, maybe up to the size of quarters. We could see a brief period where a strong enough cell produces up to quarter size hail and maybe some gusty winds up to 50 miles per hour. Now, what we are looking at right now, we're looking at the vertically integrated liquid radar. And what this does, this actually measures the mass of the particles that is up into the sky. And of course, the thicker the mass, we start getting into the hail, and that's how you can determine where those hail cores are. And we have a relatively stronger hail core, probably pea to nickel size hail that is coming into Henry County from Bates. Right now, it's in between Aaron and Maysburg. Right now, here's 18 Highway. Here's Ballard. Here's New Piper. Here's Adrian right over here. So this is just north of 18 Highway and probably picking up some P, maybe up to nickel size hail here. And you can see where that track is. It's going to be moving on up into Johnson County here over the next few minutes. So we'll put a time track on that for you guys as well. But we also have another little hail core just to the southeast of Greenridge right now in Pettis County. And this is going to be crossing over to 65 Highway. Now, we also have a special weather statement for Benton County right now. I'm not seeing really any kind of any hail associated with these cells. No wind to speak of, but torrential rains. And that's one thing that we are definitely going to get. These things are moving very slowly tonight. So we do have that potential to see some very heavy rainfall amounts in an area that picks up one of these thunderstorms. So they're going to be relatively scattered all night long. They're going to be very loud. They're very electrified, just like this morning when we had a lightning strike hit a water main right across from the radio station, took us off there. It knocked out power, blew sparks out of my surge protector. Kind of a wild morning this morning, but we did get 95.3 KDKD back up. I do believe 104.9 is still down right now. We smelled smoke, we smelled electrical fire, and it did wreak some havoc on some equipment there at the radio station. But nonetheless, let's jump this back over to regular radar right now. And you can see we've got a nice cluster of thunderstorms that's in eastern Bates County that's going to be moving over into Henry County. Right now, Creighton, Uri, Garden City, and then soon Blairstown, Chehowee. You guys are going to get hit with some just torrential rainfall and likely some pea-sized hail. So let's go ahead and time this out for you guys. Let's go with this cell right here, moving east at 44. I think that's kind of pretty quick. But let's go ahead and use that. Let's go ahead and put our storm track mode on. And we'll go ahead and put this at 44 miles per hour. So we've got Urick in about 10 minutes, Chehaui 25, Leeton in 35 minutes, and Windsor in 46 minutes. So moving northeast at about 44 miles per hour. I think that might be overdoing the speed just a little bit, but that gives you a pretty good idea when you can expect those storms out here in northern Henry County and southern Johnson County. And again, I'll blow this out just a little bit further. And we do have a line of storms from in northeast Kansas up through northwest Missouri, up through Atchison, Savannah, Troy, Bethany, Trenton, Milan, Unionville. And then we also have this line of storms right along the front. The front right now is right, almost draped right over Sedalia, just north of Clinton, down through Rich Hill. Let me see if they've updated. Let's put the surface fronts on there. So, as you can see, this is nearly a stationary front. I do believe it's a little bit further south than where this is showing right now, but you see that blue line and red line. That is a stationary front right now, and that's where these thunderstorms are firing up on. So, that is what we have going on right now. I am going to go ahead and take that surface front back off again. Let me take a look at the chat here. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, PJ. I am on Katie, Kevin. Yep. Someone in Windsor, how bad do you think it'll be in 40 minutes? I don't know. I mean, we're gonna have thunderstorms all night. And again, I just mentioned we're not really expected these to be severe tonight. They're just going to be really loud, and they're going to have a lot of lightning with it. Maybe some pea-sized hail, maybe up to nickel size, and of course we're watching to see if any of these might be borderline severe up to quarter size. Remember, quarter size hail is 1 inch hail. That's what it takes for it to be considered severe. But I really think we're just going to have some good old fashioned thunderstorms tonight. They're going to be loud. There's going to be torrential rains. Of course, we need the rains here in west central Missouri. And this is just barely round one. We go into tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, we stand a better chance to pick up some of that little bit more robust thunderstorms, possibly severe. All modes will be possible as we go into tomorrow night. What this front is going to do, you guys seen that draped across there. It's just going to be kind of going north and south here overnight tonight, and then tomorrow it's gonna raise to the north, and we're gonna get that warm moist air pumped back into the area. And then as the main front out west pushes across and slides it south, we will start to get more thunderstorms tomorrow night, a little bit more instability, a little bit more CAPE. That's CAPE. That stands for convective available potential energy. That's how much energy that these storms have to be able to sustain longer periods and be more powerful. So we're going to have better ingredients coming up tomorrow, and then Friday could be a very volatile day around northwest, west central, southwest Missouri, and we'll get into that here in just a second. Oh, hi, Chardon. My boss is in there giving me a hard time in chat tonight. So remember tonight, if you're up, if you kind of want to see what's going on around West Central Missouri, always remember you guys can jump over. We have our live cams now where everybody can view some of our live cams that we have out. We're continually working to bring more and more live cams up, but you can go to Midwest Mezzo Project. Our website is midwestmezzo.com. Very easy to remember, midwestmezzo.com. And then you can jump right over to live cams, click on the cam list, and you have all of you. Well, we have several cams that you guys can look at. We'll take a look at the Creighton cam. This is going to be actually right on 7 Highway. Of course, we got some rain spots there right at the gas station at the overpass of 7 Highway at Creighton. And of course, we're seeing a lot of lightning, a lot of rain coming down right now in Clinton. Matter of fact, looks like we have ourselves a semi pulled over, probably because of the torrential rains. He's going to hopefully be able to get back out on the road here in just a little bit. But a lot of lightning, guys. A lot of lightning out there. Remember, you can jump over MidwestMezzo.com. Check out our live streams. Now, let's take a look at from the Storm Prediction Center. This is today. And notice that all of West Central Missouri right here is under that level 1 out of 5, a marginal risk to see a severe thunderstorms within 25 miles of any given location. There's not a lot of potential there for severe weather for tonight. However, I'm monitoring these storms all through the night and into tomorrow morning. And of course, I will be going back live if we get any severe weather come up here throughout the western half of Missouri. I will go live and we'll track that severe thunderstorm through our area. As we go into tomorrow, now we have pretty much a level 2 out of 5, a little better chance of seeing some severe weather tomorrow afternoon. This is going to be for northwest Missouri, north of KC Metro. It includes KC Metro and the surrounding areas. And then, of course, down to Johnson, Henry, Cass, Bates, Vernon. We pretty much just got to consider all of West Central Missouri under that slight risk to see severe weather. Now, what's a little bit different tomorrow than what it is today is that we could see a few surface-based storms, meaning that we could get some mesocyclones, some rotation could be present in some of these cells that pop up tomorrow afternoon, and that's the reason why the Storm Prediction Center has pretty much got us into a category 1 and a 5% risk of seeing a tornado within 25 miles of any given point. Now, remember, that's not real high. There's still a 95% chance we won't. However, that is the day we need to be watching tomorrow afternoon for the potential of seeing some strong thunderstorms. The hail threat tomorrow as well. We got a very good chance to see that if any of these thunderstorms should happen to come up, they do have that potential to be rotating at different levels. And remember, it takes a mesocyclone, it takes rotation in a supercell to produce hail because it has to have strong updrafts to keep that hailstone suspended up there at 18, 20,000 feet above our heads. So definitely is going to be a potential to see some hailers tomorrow afternoon. And then when we go to the wind threat, we also have a chance to see some strong straight line winds. So all modes of severe weather is set for tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening. And then as we go into Friday already, they have a 15% risk area for West Central Missouri on Friday. So they're already calling for it 4 days out. So Friday is going to be definitely yet another day that we are going to have to be watching for that potential of seeing some severe weather. And again, if these thunderstorms, the way that they are moving and training over the same areas tonight, we pick up a half, 3/4, maybe even up to an inch of rain tonight. And we pick up another inch and a half of rain tomorrow afternoon, another inch and a half on Friday. You know where I'm going with that. If we get 3, 4 inches of rain out of this, we could be dealing with some very high creeks, rivers. We could be talking a little bit on some flooding issues in and around West Central Missouri. But right now, our biggest concern is going to be for the severe threat for Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday night, and again on Friday afternoon, Friday night. So let's see here. Hi, Sierra. Are we expecting hail in Monegaw Springs? So, and again, these storms are going to be coming through pretty much all night. They're going to be isolated. They're going to be kind of scattered out there right now. It's likely going to remain that way through the course of the night. There is a chance you could be getting some hail, likely probably smaller than quarter size tonight. Maybe pea size, maybe up to penny, nickel size hail. But there is an outside shot that could see some, one or two cells that might get up into the quarter range, but that's highly unlikely tonight. I don't know, TJ. I don't know how much rain you got in Tightwad today. Over on the Kansas side, they do have a couple severe thunderstorm warnings for 1 inch hail. That's going to be over here into Fort Scott. Looked like moving off to the east. It seemed like as they kind of move over across the state line, these storms have been they've been kind of weakening just a hair. They're still strong thunderstorms. They're very, very loud. And we have this strong cell that's coming that's right over Uric right now. They're getting just torrential rainfall between Creighton and look like probably right around Hartwell along 7 Highway. They're probably going to be, a lot of cars are probably on the side of the road letting this cell go by because that's some torrential rainfall rates. Let's take a look and see if there's any more hail in this cell. Doesn't look like there's much of the way, probably maybe some pea-sized hail coming over 7 Highway right now, but we don't have much of the way of a strong hail core indicating anything larger than pea size. And that could be picking up just that torrential rainfall that's going on right now. Time frame rain on Friday. Yeah, we're going to have rain probably all day. So there's really not going to be, good timing on when the rain will be on Friday. We'll likely see a break. We'll probably see a break in the mid morning, mid afternoon, and then pick back up early Friday afternoon into the overnight Friday. And then, of course, rain on Saturday as well. So I'm not going to keep you guys. I know it's getting late. I know everybody wants to go to bed, but I did want to just jump on here and let you guys know what's going on for tonight, what we have to expect here over the next 2, 3, 4 days. So again, not expecting anything severe tonight. There's a possibility one or two cells maybe might be able to maybe hit that threshold of being severe, maybe up to 1 inch hail. But for the most of us tonight, it's just going to be very loud thunderstorms, maybe some pea sized hail associated with it, wind gusts up to 30, 35 miles per hour. And then, of course, if there is any warnings that happen tonight, if we do have maybe a cell that reaches that warning criteria, I will go back live again tonight. We kind of track that cell until it weakens and moves on off out of West Central Missouri. But I'm really not expecting to be back live again tonight. And again, I think most of these are going to behave since they are elevated thunderstorms. They're not surface based. We don't have to worry about anything tornadic or anything like that tonight. These are just going to be good old fashioned thunderstorms. They're going to be loud, and again, you'll be probably woken up a time or two with the thunder. But we do have more cells out here in eastern Kansas. I'll be moving into Vernon, Bates, St. Clair, Henry, Benton counties throughout the night. I will be having a full update early in the morning, and then of course plan on keeping you guys updated as we go through tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, we need to make sure everybody stay weather aware. And tomorrow afternoon, we do have another potential to see all modes of severe weather tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening, and again on Friday. And if I've talked about this a lot. I'd love getting on here, letting you guys know what's going on. But remember, if you have any concerns at all, go to our weather call page and sign up for weather call. It does cost a little bit of money, guys. I wish I could offer it free. We worked on this about 6 months last year, but weather call, you'll get notifications whenever you're under a watch or an advisory, and if there's a crucial warning like a tornado warning or say wind 70, 80 miles per hour, or a flood emergency wherever you are at, you're going to get a phone call, whether it's 3 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, or 1 in the afternoon. And you're going to hear my voice. And I'm going to tell you what you have going on and how to protect yourself. So, Weather Call is a fantastic life saving service that they offer. It's like $15 a year. So if anybody would like to sign up for that, you can go to I believe you go to our Facebook page, and let me jump over here to our Facebook page and I'll show you guys. I'm going to jump on Facebook here real quick, and right there under the featured post on Facebook, you can jump right over and Weather Call Services, click on that, and you can click right onto the website and you can sign up right there. And again, this will go with you wherever you are at. So if you want to take vacation and you're in Alabama or you're in Branson, you hit a button in the app and it will sit there and put a dome around you, and it will continue to follow you and tell you whenever there's threatening weather around your neck of the woods. It has radar on it. It tells you exactly where those polygons are at, where you're at, and it will only notify you if you are inside a polygon. So it's a fantastic app, a little over $1 a month. Very, very economical, and you can put multiple phone numbers in there. So you and your spouse or if you and a child, something like that, you can put their phone number in it, and it will notify both of you guys of what's going on with the weather around you when we have severe weather on the horizon. So it will work in Guam. Matter of fact, it sure will. It works worldwide. It's amazing. So everything from hurricanes, everything from cyclones to tornadoes, flood emergencies, you name it. So that is weather call, and again, it's trust me, it's not like I get a bunch of benefit from this, but this is such a great tool for you guys to have. And again, I kind of want to make it personal. So if there's anything that is, like I said, a tornado warning or 70, 80 mile per hour winds heading your direction, something like that, you're going to get a phone call in the middle of the night and you're going to hear me on your phone letting you know what's going on. So definitely check that out. Again, you can find that right here on our Facebook page, Subby's Weather Talk. You can go right to the featured post, and it's there all the time. So that's gonna kind of wrap things up for me right now, guys. And again, if you guys have any questions, feel free. Shoot me a message. I'll try to answer them. I'm going to be up following these storms overnight tonight. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. And again, we're not expecting any severe weather, just loud thunderstorms through the course of the night. And then I'll be giving a full update probably right around 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. And I'll be down at the Weather Center at KDKD Studios, and I will be beginning the second day of what I call my marathon week. And I have about 2 or 3 of these every spring, in which it just seems like it's one day after the next. So if you guys have any questions, just reach out to me. Thank you guys so much. Have a great evening, and we'll be talking to you soon.